With MCP Auth layered onto your Microsoft Entra connection, you extend your setup for complete coverage. For today's demo, there is a CRM app that is already protected by Microsoft Entra as its identity provider. Any user can log into the CRM app through a browser or an app and go through the Microsoft Entra Auth flow. Now, we build an MCP server on top of this CRM. It connects to the MCP server via APIs and the links are in place, but there is no auth layer added to the MCP server yet. This means anyone who can access the CRM can connect to the MCP server using a client like VS Code and read or write data to the CRM app directly. To show the implications of this scenario, we will connect to the server created for the CRM app. Currently, there is no auth, so if we start the server, it connects right away. We start a new chat and try to fetch all the leads, and it correctly identifies the tool needed, fetching all the data successfully. If we try to update something like the revenue of Apple to 800K, it picks the right tool and updates the data. But in this process, it never asks who the user is or checks if the user has the right scopes to make this change. Now let's move to the second scenario where we add MCP Auth by Scalekit to protect the server. Scalekit MCP Auth helps with features such as dynamic client registration, which is required by MCP 2.1 auth specs. It works alongside your identity provider, in this case, Microsoft Entra, and uses the said identity provider to verify JWT tokens, adding authentication and authorization to your MCP server. To test out this scenario, we have turned on the MCP Auth. Let's restart the server and begin. Now we go through to the auth flow. So we click on open. It takes us to a browser, in this case Chrome, and asks for our email. Let me log in with my Microsoft account. We add our password, and it asks for MFA. We go to the app, and once that's done, it brings us back to VS Code. Before that, an auth screen appears where we can choose to allow VS Code to access certain permissions. Once we authorize, it takes us back to VS Code and shows the tools that are discoverable. Now let's try to connect to the server and do a scope-based check. The ID we used to log into the MCP server has read-only access. If we try to fetch data, it fetches all the data. We can see the updated data is already there. If we try to update something though, like changing the value to 200K, it tries to call the tool but rejects the request, saying it cannot be done because we do not have the required right permissions. So this is how Scalekit MCP Auth secures the app associated. It authenticates users, authorizes MCP clients on their behalf, and all scopes are included in the JWT tokens. This workflow sits in parallel with your identity provider, whether it's Microsoft Entra, Azure, Okta, or any custom solution you have built so you don't have to refactor anything. Go ahead and give it a try at app.scalekit.com. Thank you for watching.